First day of the impeachment trial for suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, facing 16 articles of impeachment. It'll require 21 jurors, in this case state senators, to vote yes in order for Paxton to be removed from office. KLTV7's Michaela Goose has been at the state capitol all day long and joins us now with more. Michaela?
The first day of trial was an absolute whirlwind. Both sides presented their own opening statements after a short lunch break, but after that lunch break, one person was noticeably missing from the defense table. The man at the center of all of this, Attorney General Ken Paxton. Prosecutors were not happy with this fact, immediately asking the lieutenant governor to approach. Tony Busby, part of Paxton's defense team, said in response that he had already entered Paxton's plea on his behalf while Paxton was present, and that Paxton showed up for his mandated 9 o'clock. Prosecutors were not happy with this fact, immediately asking the lieutenant governor to approach. Tony Busby, part of Paxton's defense team, said in response that he had already entered Paxton's plea on his behalf while Paxton was present.
Attorney General Ken Paxton is innocent and therefore pleads not guilty.
After that lunch break, both sides went on to give their opening statements, and Andrew Murr, the man who originally investigated the allegations against Ken Paxton, went first and made the state's defense obvious. The evidence will speak for itself. Next up was Busby for the defense. Busby came out swinging, raising his voice and telling the jurors that this whole trial is a fallacy. Busby claims all the evidence against the MIA defendant, Ken Paxton, was made up in order to get back at Attorney General for calling on House Speaker Dade Phelan to resign after allegations Phelan was intoxicated while presiding over the House a few months ago. Phelan has always vehemently denied these accusations. Now, trial is all wrapped up for tonight, but no worries, they'll be back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll be covering it all for you right here in the Capitol. Back to you in the studio.
All right, KLTV7's Michaela Goose in Austin. Thank you, Michaela. Well, almost